was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hit up in the front seat. Get my meals, I'm gunning for the money. Money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? And welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodsports.com. I'm Easy, Spin More Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. I'm sorry if I'm not like alive with it.
Yeah. We're recovering. It's all right.
I'm a Lions fan.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
It's not, but can I interest the heavies in something to cheer them up? I saved this for the show. I was gonna put it in the group chat before the show, but I figured you guys were gonna be down on air. Okay. This is the quietest we've ever been before we went on air, by the way, too.
Yeah.
We were just kind of sitting in it. But today's National Cheeseburger Day, and damn near everywhere is doing burgers for like free or for 50 cents or a cent. No, if you want to eat good tonight, you can eat
going to get
tonight.
A burger after the show, watch the game?
Is that what you want to do? It's your birthday night.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. I thought you had a cheeseburger for us, Chris. You built that up like you brought us cheeseburgers.
I'm not gonna bring them and be like, yeah, they're just sitting here. No, like I'm just letting
we've eaten burgers not live on air before.
Thank you for all the birthday wishes in the chat. My birthday's tomorrow, but I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm gonna be getting my tattoo. So
My tattoo.
I'm gonna come after. Like, I'll see what time I get out of there. It's like an hour away, and my appointment's at noon. And he said it's probably gonna take like 6 hours. Yeah. So.
He's been obsessed with tattoos. Spending lots of money on tattoos. Speaking of money, Spenny cleaned up.
Spenny cleaned up last night. Spenny bets. I had a couple parlays hit, a couple anytime touchdowns hit. Walked out with like $700.
Nice.
Deposited $500 into my bank account, and then.
Because you're hot right now.
Yeah.
What do you like the most about tonight's games?
So I got some bets on tonight. The one I like the most, I put $40 on a anytime Hayden Hurst touchdown.
Okay.
It's plus 400. I think Hayden Hurst is a good tight end, man. He's always been good. He's good wherever he goes. He's Bryce Young's favorite target, so I like that as my lock. I would go with the Hayden Hurst anytime touchdown. But I put some, FanDuel does these specials, like game specials.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of them that I liked that I put some money on. One is both Derek Carr and Bryce Young to each complete 25-plus passes. It's plus 3,500. I put 15 on it. It'll win 540 if it hits. Another one it was a boost that FanDuel had, was Deshaun Watson and Kenny Pickett to record 1+ passing touchdowns each. It's plus 100. I put $20 on that. And then last night I put $50 on the Browns minus 2.5.
Yeah.
So I think the Browns are going to win straight up. So I like that one. I think that's an easy one. And those are what I'm rolling with tonight. I might do some live betting or something. But
yeah,
if that completions one hits, I'm gonna be hyped.
Yeah,
$15 to win 500.
That's not what I'm nervous about.
Elgato, I'm turning 27 tomorrow.
Man,
I think.
You think?
I mean, you kind of lose track after,
I know.
It doesn't really matter after you turn 21.
After 21,
it really
just
doesn't.
you don't give a shit.
Yeah, 27, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I feel that.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
JB, how old are you?
35.
Damn.
One thing that typically cheers me up, I don't even say it cheers me up, it just brings joy to my heart, is the demise of the Chicago Bears. When you say things like, Ryan Poles overrated, Justin Fields overrated, Matt Eberflus shouldn't even be rated, and then people are like, no, he could be winning the MVP. Ryan Poles made a great trade for first overall pick. The Chicago Bears once more, and this is just trying to cheer you guys up and myself too.
Yeah.
Look like absolute shit.
They looked like the worst team in the league again. It's pretty tough. I feel bad for Chicago. No, I don't. Fuck you guys. And
It's almost to that point though. Holy hell.
Yeah.
I'm seeing stuff on Twitter like, don't give up. Justin Fields is still him. There's a stat line. He's like, last year at 3 games in, he had this amount of touchdowns. He has this amount of touchdowns in like 2 games this year.
Yeah.
Bro, are you not watching your fucking team right now?
Bears fans are coping pretty hard. I mean, we can't really talk shit because we did lose.
We did lose.
So
we did lose.
We're gonna break it down. We're gonna break down the game.
We're not the Chicago Bears.
We're not the Chicago Bears. We're gonna break down the game. We're gonna break down the injuries.
Yeah.
We're gonna break down a lot of things going forward. I have a segment. It's gonna be called Lions Fans. Can we not do this? Because I posted a tweet got a lot of different reactions. And I want to
Lions
talk to the
fans.
moral psyche of the Lions fans and why they can't let this one loss derail their whole hype train. It's not like they're going to go 16-0. If I told you they were 1-1 after 2 weeks before the season started, you would have loved it. So, you know, it's on to Atlanta. We got to stop Bijan, stop that run game, make some things happen.
A lot of expectations were that they were going to be 1-1 to begin the season, the first 2 games. It just wasn't the one you were thinking to take. This wasn't the L you were thinking.
Right.
Detroit supremacy, you're right. That Megan Thee Stallion video is crazy. Like, Tory Lanez should be in prison for the rest of his life. That shit is wild, bro. Oh, my God. I watched like 50 times already.
God bless the internet.
Hers is real.
Yeah, for sure.
Hers is real.
She's number one. She's number one.
That thing's real. I don't even know what I was going to say. Before you start talking about Megan Thee Stallion, I'm all distracted thinking about her at. But, oh well, that is what it is.
Mel Tucker officially got notice from MSU that they have plans to fire him, which, I mean, we all saw that coming, but they made it official today, sending out an email, sending out a letter saying, you know, we're going to fire you. So we'll see what.
Hey, buddy, you're
like,
going to
hey,
be
bud,
gone.
keep it in your pants, but we're going to fire you. So we'll see what happens. I'd assume that he's going to take some legal action and try to get the money that he signed his contract. But good riddance. See you later. It was fun while it lasted. One good season.
I saw a couple Deion Sanders edit in the Spartans gear.
Nah, bro, it's not
good to
going
be
to
true.
happen, but it's way too good to be true.
I
He's
mean,
not
Michigan
leaving
State's a step
Colorado
up
after
from
1
Colorado,
year.
right? I mean,
Yeah, but he's
How-
not leaving there after 1 year.
how long was he at Jackson State? One year? 2 years?
That was 2 years.
2 years.
2 years? All right, well, 2 years.
I mean, bro, that's a player, or that's a coach you write a blank check to. We'll see. The
Matt
coaches.
Ishbia, like, you know, he likes spending that bread.
I like Brian
More battles.
Hartline as an option. You can look at Brian
I like that
Hartline
a
as an
lot.
option. The head coach for Duke, I can't remember his name, but they're going to do an extensive search and try to find the best fit going forward. But Mel Tucker, see you later, brother.
Is Brian Hartline a candidate? Where did that come from?
Yeah, he's the offensive coordinator for Ohio State.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That'd be a good hire.
I want an offensive minded guy. I want a guy that's gonna, you know, help us put up some points. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, they have people in better places than I am that are gonna do their coaching candidate search and try to find a good option to fill the role. Now that Mel Tucker is officially being fired.
Mark Stoops, Kentucky coach.
Yeah.
What up, Chris?
Wouldn't you want, instead of like a bright, young-minded head coach, wouldn't you want the next one for Michigan State maybe to be an older, like a figurehead because of, you know, everything that's gone on with State? Because I kind of see that realm, because we talked about it last time when the news broke. You know, just wanting stability in this university, just needing just a whole sort of reconstruction of their management and of their leadership. And so I kind of, as much as I like the young coach, because that's like the proven track record for good success, I kind of want something more stable.
Some
and
guy
more
cemented.
Yeah, for culture.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good option. I want an offensive-minded guy is what
Yeah.
I want personally. Maybe, you know, hit up Cliff Kingsbury, see what he's doing. But they're going to find somebody. They're going to get somebody to bring in, and he's going to make things work. But, yeah, the Lions, man. What was your initial reaction after, you know, the sadness, kind of?
I haven't got over the sadness.
Still haven't got over the sadness?
Haven't got over the sadness.
You haven't gone through the...
I'm finally like breaking stuff down today, and some of it like I don't want to like go on any crazy rants because it is week 2. I don't want to say that that's crazy, but if I can kick it, can I kick it?
Yes,
Yes, you can.
I missed Jalen Carter yesterday.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, me too.
I missed Jalen Carter. And then I obviously, you know, I've been on a hot streak lately too. The pick I gave out to my boys in the group chat was the Falcons over the Packers.
Yeah.
So I checked that stat line, and like you see Bijan, 124 yards.
He had like 180 all-purpose yards.
Can I kick it? Like,
Yes, you
Yes,
can.
you can.
those two guys, you like looking at them. I don't want to sound like that Lions fan. I guess I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything. I'm
Yeah,
not going at
you're
Brett
hurt.
Holmes.
No, you're trying to hurt. You know, hurt people.
Hurt people. But the one that hurt the most, honestly, was the Jalen Carter one. Just because, like, you look at the Jalen or Aiden Hutchinson stats. I mean, just watch the game. Aiden Hutchinson was kind of out there alone.
Jalen Carter. I mean, you guys know. Everybody listening know. Everybody knows who everybody on this show wanted in the draft, and it was Jalen Carter. And unfortunately, we passed on him, and he looks like he's going to be a monster for a long time in the NFL.
It's literally what this team, watching that game yesterday, was missing.
Yeah.
Was an interior pass rush.
Yep.
Now, I like Aleem, but not as a stud to do anything like that. I like Aleem in the run game. By the way, too, that's the one thing I asked of the Detroit Lions yesterday was to stop the run. I had no idea on God's green earth, heading into this game, the concern for Seattle Seahawks fans was this offensive line because they were missing both their left tackle and their right tackle.
Yeah.
By the way, Evan Brown went down at some point in that game, too, so missing their starting center, too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a concern for them, that the passing the ball. Did Geno have enough time? He didn't get touched.
He had all day.
Until literally, Spinny, not even joke, literally. Remember the game, everybody listening right now, the last play of defensive regulation when they got the sack. Alexander Anzalone, by the way, too.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of your front four. It was Alex Anzalone realizing that Geno was tucking the ball and running, and then he ran up and sacked him. But that was the concern.
Yep.
That was what we thought we had going into this game. That's why it hurts. It's not the loss that it hurts. Again, like you said, or I think it was you who said it. You expected to be 1-1 at this point.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. The Chiefs game was a blessing, and I loved every bit of it. We went out and celebrated. I had no voice for an entire week, but that's the one that hurt the most. It's like you expected to win that battle, and you weren't given that.
Being so close. Having so much to say. Yeah, but
And watch the wind walk away.
You watch the wind walk away. It does.
And it was
suck.
at home with a mask. I mean, the post game, they're in the way visitors' locker room with the mask just clowning us.
See, Mark Blodlock. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. He said should have had Bugs active. Doesn't change it. Isaiah Bugs is not providing you with interior defensive line pass rush. Like, I like Bugs. I think he should have been active too. I think he should have been playing, but that he's not going to help you rush the passer. He's a run stopper. He's a good player, but he doesn't fit the mold of what you need.
And I guess carry on like that conversation. Again, I'm just getting it off my chest. Hey, do we have phone lines open today? We call phone. People want to call in too, whatever. But you get the guy that you didn't want Jalen Carter for whatever reason. You take the step back. You grab the extra second round pick, and you take the selection of Jahmyr Gibbs, who ran the ball 7 times.
Yeah. And
at this point, game 1, all right, let him get acclimated. But more than any of the positions, Spinning, running back and receiver hit the ground running.
Yes.
You got Puna Nuka Haduka over there in freaking L.A. On pace to break 2,000 yards in the season.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs was drafted at number 12. You criticize GMs that draft running backs in the first round alone. Mm-hmm. You took him at 12, a top 15 pick. You traded back out of the top 10 to grab him at 12. And you're not...
And he looks good.
I don't even know about that, though. Between the tackles, I wasn't seeing it.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. You think about the runs he had against KC, they were on the outside.
I mean, I don't really want him to run between the tackles that much.
You want to talk? Okay, let's move the conversation. Okay, not a running back. Cool. Weapon. His average route ran was like 7 yards.
Yeah.
They were still running back routes. I'm not killing the kid for it. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to do some cool things, and we're going to be thankful for him. But that stuff hurts today.
It does.
That stuff hurts today.
It does. You look at it, but it's a long season. Like it's not the end of the world. We got a lot to deal with. Still, if you would have told me they were 1-1 after 2 weeks, I'm taking it. So on to Atlanta, but we're definitely going to break down that game more and figure out what's going on. But first, let me tell you guys about Burger Time. Big Boy. Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. It's burger time. Try the best cheeseburger or our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Craving chicken? Try the Dolly chicken sandwich or turn up the heat with Bob's hot chicken sandwich. Upgrade your regular fries to our chili cheese or loaded baked potato fries. Save room for dessert because they got the Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake and funnel cake fries. All that and more at Big Boy.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah. Nothing. G-G-G-G-A. Oh, sorry, I forgot. There we go. Oh, cheers, buddy. I think we need to get you a pick.
You have football on the brain. Fall ushers in college professional football, and this year is going to be awesome. Fall is also the perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports Network and then cover you too. Ask Mark at Swiss Insurance at 248-800-4177. That's 248-800-4177 or SwissINS.com. What up, though? Welcome back to Order Waits Live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy, Easy Joe. My guys from Rex.
What up, though?
Chris, JB Smooth. Listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I got to get it out. I know you probably heard a lot of this all day today. My show's not till 5, so I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. You're going to hear there's a little bit of ranting going on today. And if you missed it before, I started with straight up. I missed Jalen Carter.
Yeah. And
not that I never had Jalen Carter, but we wanted Jalen Carter. It felt like we were blessed with him falling to us at some point during that draft. You and I wanted him all off season. And I look at it this way too, Spinny. Before the season started a while back, I think like 2-3 weeks ago, we had a segment on here. It was like, are the Detroit Lions contenders?
Yeah.
What was my answer?
No.
And it's for a specific reason. Tier defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
And you see yesterday, like, I mean, it's point blank on display. It's a need if you want to be a contender. Now, I'm not out on the Detroit Lions. This is my team. So a part of me is going to be a bias. I'm going to be all in on either way. But I still believe it's going to be a good team. I still believe they're going to win the division. I still think they're going to win this division. So they're going to the playoffs. Shout out to everybody calling in too. At some point we'll have the phone line put in the Woodward Sports chat too. But I guess that's one point for me, bitch. Spinny. Get it off your chest.
Yeah,
Give me something.
I saw it in the Woodward Sports chat. Like, why are we talking about offense? Defense was the problem, and defense was the problem. It was a blatant lack of game planning and lack of talent on that interior defensive line. You needed to be able to get pressure on Geno Smith. When you have a team that is missing both of their starting tackles, there is no excuse for your only sack to come from a linebacker. There's no excuse for that. I'm looking at Aaron Glenn at this. We needed to see some adjustments. It obviously wasn't working. You needed to do something to create more pressure and to get Geno Smith on the ground. You needed to do something. You needed to stop playing man coverage in the back end because Jerry Jacobs was getting cooked. Like, I love Jerry, but he was getting cooked, man.
There's no excuse for him for that stuff.
There's no excuse for him to be following DK Metcalf around the field, to being allowed to do that. There needs to be accountability. There needed to be changes made mid-game to adjust, to get more pressure on Geno Smith, to make sure that the back end wasn't being left on an island. And you have a guy who is missing both of his starting tackles, having 6+ seconds to throw the ball. You can't do that. You can't allow that to happen. Things need to be changed. You needed to make adjustments, and they never came.
Now, I'll flip the page, and I'll go somewhat positive. Actually, I'll go somewhat positive. I'll try to move on from the negative, which some of it is addressing the negative, but positive things about it. I don't think the defense was as bad as everyone's making it out to, given the circumstances, situations they were given. Like, the same thing as like last year. You look at the final score. Actually, no, we'll just leave it to this year. You look at the final score, you're looking like 38 or 37, whatever it ended up being. You're like, God damn. 7 of those came from the offense. The offense quite literally gave them 6 points. And guess what? Last year, I told you that game was Jared Goff's fault. I'm still holding on to that one. This year, Jared Goff played a fucking hell of a game.
He had a fantastic game.
He played phenomenal yesterday.
Outside of the pick six, he had a fantastic game.
If there's anyone to like rub in your face, tell you I was right, like it usually is me. And don't get me wrong, he definitely threw the pick six, but I can't be upset because everything else he did was just, it was great. But
he was like 12 of 12 to start the game,
right? And quite technically, like in the same sense of last year, I guess that is your difference. I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You can take away one play from the fucking game. That's the play you're taking away, and you win.
Yeah.
You win, flat out. On top of that, though, and again, Jared Goff played well. He played really, really good. But the good, I don't think the defense was that bad because you look at the fumble. Like the situations, that the field of position they were given weren't great scenarios, Spinny.
You will not win in the NFL if you turn the ball over, if you don't force turnovers, and if you can't get the quarterback on the ground.
It's as simple as that.
You will not win in the NFL.
You want more proof? Go and look at every single Detroit Lions win from last year. Every single one of those games had a turnover going towards the Detroit Lions way. This game, you weren't putting the defense in great positions. I mean, you fumbled the ball right there. You again, 6 points, 7 points. I guess you count the extra point coming from the offense, and then you had that touchdown. You kind of gave them as well when you fumbled when David Montgomery fumbled. You're not doing your defense a favor. At that point, I think they only had like 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
That one hurt.
Maybe 17 points. That's your defense was doing okay.
Yeah.
But the one is inexcusable, and I hope that he comes back soon. I don't know what's going on now because he has a hamstring injury, Emmanuel Mosley, because Jerry Jacobs was getting cooked.
He was.
On 3rd down and 10, you got blessed with a penalty. You bring it back in the red zone, and then Geno Smith just throws another touchdown to Tyler Lockett, or the first down catch of Tyler Lockett. He's playing 8 yards off of Tyler Lockett for what reason? And beyond that, too, once he sees him hit that corner route, he's still playing soft. He doesn't like step up. And I don't know what the scheme was there because I know Jack was in the vicinity, but I know Jerry Jacobs that was for sure his guy.
The scheme was terrible, whatever it was. The scheme wasn't working, and like I said, I wanted to see adjustments made. And halftime came and went, and no adjustments were made. It was the same old thing that wasn't working. And so you're not going to be able to do this. Obviously, you don't have to worry about Atlanta, taking the top off their defense and beating you down the field with playmakers and on the arm of Desmond Ridder, but you need to make in-game adjustments. They need to get better. You need to see things aren't working and change them. And that didn't happen against the Seahawks. The Lions just kept trying to do the same thing, and it kept not working. So, like I said, you're not going to win in the NFL if you turn the ball over and you don't get the quarterback on the ground. These teams are too good. These offenses are too good. They're too skilled. It's not going to happen. You can't turn the ball over, and you need to get the quarterback on the ground.
Who do we got, JB? I think we got a caller on the line. I'm going to get to him real quick.
We're going to see if this works. Can you guys hear me good?
I can hear you, yeah.
All right, cool. This is Terrell from FL.
Terrell from FL.
What's up, boys? Can you hear me this time?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
We can hear you. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm good. I tried to call in this morning, but the phones were messed up. So, look, man, this shit is really frustrating. You know I love you guys, but I cannot sit here and accept this narrative that's been going on, not just from you guys, but I've been hearing this shit all day long. This L has nothing to do with who we did or did not draft over the last 2 years. This loss is on the coaching staff. Because if Dan Campbell wasn't out there acting like we're playing Madden and just take the fucking points, the players could have played the exact same game and we would have won.
All right,
we lost this game because of 3 reasons.
I need to cut you off right there because I do have a segment later in the show addressing this. But this is what we can't do as Lions fans. We can't praise Dan Campbell when they win and he coaches the way he coaches and be like, oh, he's got nuts. Everybody posts the big nuts shirt. Look at that. Look at
I agree. I agree. I'm going to address that.
You can't crucify him for it. He is going to coach how he coaches. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to go for it on 4th down. He's going to try to score touchdowns. It either works or it doesn't. And if you don't turn the ball over and you get Geno Smith on the ground, you win that game. That's what it is.
Right, that part is fine, and I agree with you on that point, but when it's 4th and 4 and you're talking about a 30-yard field goal, that's when he needs to know better to take the points. But that's only part of it, bro. The other part of it is, one, AG, can somebody explain to me why we were running zone 90% of the time when 2 years ago we ran more man coverage than anybody when we had a shit roster on defense, and now that we actually have players, we're running zone? Part of the reason why Jerry Jacobs was getting cooked all day yesterday was because of the scheme. They weren't playing man.
He was getting cooked.
He was
man.
getting
there was a lot. There was a lot
they
of
barely
man
played man though, bro.
There was a lot of man coverage yesterday.
Nah. Maybe 20%.
Being cooked.
Yeah, you
and
don't
maybe
covered.
20%, bro. They were
20%.
they were playing zone
Terrell,
like 80% of the time.
I love you calling, brother. You can't keep talking over me though. That there was more than 20% man coverage. That's AG's whole scheme is man coverage, as you were speaking to before. What happened was Jerry Jacobs was getting cut up like a motherfucker by DK Metcalf. They tried.
Are you going to go back and watch the game again?
I did watch the game this morning.
Okay, so when Jerry Jacobs is lining up between 5 and 10 yards off of the receiver every play, that's not man coverage, bro. That's zone.
You want to know why that happened? Because he was playing man coverage. And guess what's happened during that point? He was getting cooked. Jerry Jacobs.
Bro, I know he was.
Played an awful. I appreciate you calling in too, Terrell.
He did.
By the way,
he did.
I think our bet on the line. I think the odds are my favor right now. I'm just saying. I appreciate you, Terrell.
Appreciate you calling.
This has nothing to do with Jalen Carter, though, y'all. This is on the coaching staff. Sorry.
I disagree. I think a little bit Brad Holmes, or just addressing that interior defensive line situation. Obviously, it was glaring. And then I think, too, Jerry Jacobs had a bad game. Yeah. I mean, like, coaching, yes, I'm not going to say AG was like I'm not saying it's a brilliant game plan at all whatsoever, because at this point, this many quarterbacks looking like running backs playing against you, it's just flat right embarrassing. But they switched to zone for Jerry. Yeah, they started in man for Jerry.
It was tough, and it's. I agree that you put some of it on the coaching staff. I put a lot of it on Aaron Glenn and his lack of. His lack of adjustments, his lack of trying to do things to get pressure on Geno Smith, but we'll let that be where it is. But first, let me tell you guys about Woodward Nights, because it's the best news show here at Woodward Sports, hosted by Broder and Booner, 8 to 10 p.m. weekdays. Make sure you guys check it out. It's a lot of fun. These guys are awesome. They'll give you all the betting props, everything you need. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. But yeah, I'm definitely putting some of the smoke on Aaron Glenn. He needed to change things when he saw that they weren't working, and he did not do that. So going forward, hopefully he can learn from the mistakes and learn from what's not working and change them in the game.
Before we go to break here, I just wanted to ask this question, because I think this is a conversation we were having at this point last year in the season when, the defense wasn't looking good. And we saw that. Could Aaron Glenn just be a coach that needs some time to, get the roster to gel together? We did talk about continuity, adding these new pieces. Not saying that as an excuse, but
there aren't excuses for him this year.
For it.
There aren't excuses for him this year. He's been in there long enough to have his system implemented and to know where he wants guys. And now he's got guys on the defense. You have playmakers on the defense. So I'm not giving him an excuse this year. I'm not saying fire him right now or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
That was a bad performance from Aaron Glenn and the defense.
Yeah, there's no way around it. Can you tell us about Lady Jane's?
I will tell you about Lady Jane's, because you can come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Downtown's newest sports bar has 13 track events, simulators, certified instructors, and most importantly, a full bar and restaurant. 5-Iron Golf Leagues are back, debuting September 11th. Compete nationwide for a chance to win a trip to the Dominican Republic. Bring a foursome or sign up as an individual to be placed on a team at 5irongolf.com or use promo code Woodward10 for 30% off. It's 5irongolf.com. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, Spin More Racks, Young Chris, JB Smooth. Kind of venting, I guess.
Yeah.
Venting a little bit there.
And the man and zone stuff, it's like the Lions don't have a corner that you can put on DK Metcalf in man and be like, all right,
Correct.
go guard him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, and it was evident. You know, Cam Sutton isn't the best guy in man. Cam Sutton had a good game though, but
Yeah.
And Jerry Jacobs is not good enough to be lining up in man against DK Metcalf. That's what happens, man. You don't have the tools. Your man guy, the guy that you want.
Your man guy.
Your man guy, dude, bro. The guy that you want if on this team to say, all right, here's the assignment, follow DK Metcalf around, you're playing man, you're on him, is Emmanuel Mosley. And he is not with the team, obviously, because of the injury. But
I mean, it's a team with like 3 dynamic offensive weapons. 4 really. You want to consider Kenneth Walker, but I mean, you got Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and JSN. Obviously has to prove himself in this league, but I think he's still somewhat respectable. I don't know if that's a team you're necessarily going man up with, but
that's why I was really hoping for Emmanuel Mosley to be back for this game because he's guarded DK Metcalf before. He's been there. He knows what to do. He's a long, rangy, physical corner. Would have been perfect, but injuries happen, just like injuries happened during this game. We saw Dan Campbell had a press conference today, which was only like 15 minutes. I thought it was really short, but he talked about the injuries that happened in this game. Obviously, we know David Montgomery went down, left the game. It's a thigh bruise. Dan Campbell says he's day to day.
Yeah.
James Houston, he's going to miss some time. Do we have the report from Ian Rappaport, his quote about the James Houston injury?
Yes, we do.
I think he fractured his ankle in this game, and here it is from Ian Rappaport. Pass rusher James Houston suffered a fractured ankle, sources tell me, and Tom Pelissero. This injury knocks him out at least 6 to 8 weeks, and they're going to find out if he needs surgery. We'll get an update on that, I'm sure. James Houston out 6 to 8 weeks now. David Montgomery day-to-day, and Big V, he missed IR. They didn't have to put Big V on IR, so that's a good thing, but we'll see what happens with him going forward. It's just more shots. Those are important guys to this Lions team. Obviously, David Montgomery looked great when he was in the game.
Yeah.
He was toting that fucking thing. Like he looked like the guy you brought in here for a reason. His injury's not too serious, it seems, so that's a good thing. Dan Campbell said he's day-to-day. James Houston is a different story. You're going to be without him for a massive chunk of the season, and that sucks, especially with the lack of pass rush, with the lack of ability to get to the passer, to get to Geno Smith. That was evident in yesterday's game. It's tough to lose James Houston for an extended period of time.
I cannot believe
that hurts.
this shit.
Losing James Houston. I think I obviously know the extent of it. I'm expecting 2 weeks. Because you look at this week, the thigh bruise. I'm talking about that is with David Montgomery. You look at the play that happened. I was like, he was kind of spinning around. Initially, we thought it was an ankle, but we watched the play while he was had that one leg just soloed out right there, took a shot straight to the top of the thigh or bottom of the thigh there. So I'm expecting at least 2 weeks because you have this week against the Falcons and then a short week against the Packers come next week on Thursday. They suck. On top of that, too, you got the Big V situation. I think the good news about that, though, what you hear about Big V is that he's not going to go on IR.
Yes.
But, I mean, another guy's, too, just banged up. You got Kirby Joseph. You saw him wince or come up slowly every single time yesterday because of his hip. You got Amon St. Brown with his toe, which might be turf toe, which we know affects guys for almost an extended period of a season. That's something that doesn't really go away if you continue to play on it.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a hand. He had to leave the game. He did come back. Obviously, all those guys finished the game, but
at some point, Aiden Hutchinson left off on his own will, went off the field too, touching his shoulder, it looked like. And we didn't have the speakers on in here, so I don't know specifically what it was, but it sucks because a lot of your key guys are banged up. But unfortunately, I don't have these excuses for this team anymore. I have expectations for this team. I have expectations for this coaching staff. I think there is somewhat a little bit of depth. Obviously, I've always wanted a chunk there in the middle, physically and literally.
Yeah.
But I don't have these excuses, especially when, again, Seattle heading into this game. The conversation on their side of the town, what are we going to do to protect Geno? How are we going to give Geno enough time to sit back there and make throws? Dude threw 300-plus yards.
Yeah.
Picked apart this defense yesterday.
Was not touched until the end of the game.
And they were missing both left tackles and the center. So, excuse me, I'm not going to allow injuries to be an excuse for a coaching staff that I respect.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
No, you have to be better, flat out. And you can't blame it on injuries because, yeah, Montgomery going down sucks. Yeah, missing James Houston sucks. But that doesn't change the fact that you couldn't get to Geno at all. James Houston being out or being in did not change the fact that Geno Smith was doing whatever he wanted in the backfield. He wasn't scared of anything. He was moving around making plays. So, yeah, you can't make injuries an excuse. But these I'm more worried about for next week going forward. Obviously, none of these guys are probably going to play next week. If David Montgomery plays, it'd be a miracle. You got Zonovan Knight on the practice squad. Looks like it's time to call him up. Maybe call around, see what a Leonard Fournette's looking at. See what a Kareem Hunt's looking at. These are guys that you can go out and you can sign that are proven veterans in the NFL. I'd be ecstatic if they got Leonard Fournette. That would be a great signing in my book. So
the Rams are also shopping Cam Akers.
Cam Akers sucks. I don't want Cam Akers.
Yeah. Ever since the Achilles.
Yeah.
Achilles for running backs, no offense, good on that. J.K. Dobbins, good on that. The Achilles, I've suffered an Achilles. I'm not an NFL running back. It sucks. It's not
you
fun.
were out of commission for a while.
Yeah, it's not. It's Achilles for running backs. No, I'm good. We need defense. If we need anything, we need a tier defensive line. I'm just flat out. I think the Josh Pascal situation hurt us too. I don't think that's being talked about enough because, as you know, he played inside, and it wasn't just like his presence as like a defender itself, but just his knowledge. He often sets the edge, like those situations where Geno would step up, or we'll go back actually last week to Patrick Mahomes doing so. If Aiden was there, he'd step up, but Josh would be there too, and whatever he narrowly escaped. But there was none of that yesterday. Yesterday it was just Aiden, and he's able to step to the side. Where Josh Pascal had some type of like wherewithal to either like try to cover a gap or squeeze him out another way. I think they're going to miss Josh Pascal for the next 3 weeks too. But again, there's somewhat a little bit of depth. I'd like to see Buggs in there now. I'd like to see Broderick Martin in there now.
I would too.
And not just because I'm bitching about it. Give him a fucking chance.
Well,
because the guys you have in there right now aren't doing dick.
You can't sit there and convince me that Isaiah Buggs or Broderick Martin are worse than Benito Jones. I don't care what the coaching staff says. I saw Buggs all last year. We know what he is. We know he is a solid player. You can't tell me that those guys are a worse option than Benito Jones on the interior defensive line. You can't do it. Yeah, I'm not going to let you do it. So both of those guys hopefully need to be suited up and ready to go against the Falcons because you're going to need them. The Falcons want to run the ball. The Falcons run the ball heavy. They have good backs in Bijan, in Tyler Algier, Cordero Patterson. We'll see if he plays or not, but you're going to need those guys to help you clog the middle, and Benito Jones is not getting it done. You can't tell me he's a better option than Buggs. You just can't.
Let's get a couple calls in before we go to break. JB, who do we got up next? Oh, he's answering a call. I apologize. I was doing a spot like that. But who we gonna get on here?
My bad. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. I will send you El Gato first.
El Gato.
What's going on, man?
Yo, what up, boys? I wouldn't Venmo you for money, bro. But Gibbs put in to get 25 yards from me for my $900 parlay.
Yeah, man, it hurts.
But hurts, bro. But I mean, I'm not frustrated they lost. I'm just more frustrated that the defense was the same as last year, leaving dudes open and not getting a pass rush.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope there would have been an improvement from this defense. I still think it's going to be better than it was last year, but you're right. Looking at that game, man, they look pretty similar. And it's, the Cam Sutton signing is great. The Chauncey Gardner-Johnson signing is great, but it's still, you don't have any pass rush from the middle of the defensive line, and you need that. You got to help Hutch out at some point.
Yeah, I think
you got to have that because Bijan's coming in, and what if it's like a Carolina Panthers game like last year all over again?
We'll get, I guess, and I appreciate you calling into El Gato.
Appreciate you, El Gato.
I maybe I'm a little bit too defensive of AG. But again, when you have the turnover situations, both on downs and or just giving the ball straight up. I mean, going into that game, and going into halftime, Seattle Seahawks only had that one touchdown the opening drive. The defense is right, and then guess what? You come back out, you fumble. Dave Montgomery fumbles. You put them in prime position to score the ball. They do so. You give them 6. You go for on 4th down, which I don't want to bring this up because that's SOL shit to bring up. But the referees were fucking also atrocious. I'll say it one time. The referees were atrocious.
I agree.
And I like it. I love that like everyone's such a Detroit Lions fan now nationally because like now you know what it feels like. I saw the Dove climb into the world, the freaking Ari whatever's like posting the holding call. It's egregious on the NFL's part to have that happen. And this is like the new head officiator too of the NFL, by the way, too. Ed Hockley retired. This is the next guy up. He's shit. He's garbage. Yeah. Trash. The 4th down play that they had where Witherspoon kind of like faintly, actually no, not even faintly, grabbed Josh Reynolds' dick.
Yeah.
he grabbed Josh Reynolds' dick, causing them both to trip up and fall. You had the situation where Josh Reynolds, they said was blocking. Yeah. He was literally just standing there.
DK Metcalf grabs Kirby Joseph's face mask.
Yeah, that was
you had the PI on the Detroit Lions to begin the game to get the Seahawks in the red zone.
I don't want to do this.
No, I know, but I'm getting off the chest. Again, this is Monday, fresh off the game, getting off the chest. That didn't help you guys at all either, but not an excuse. You said opportunities to win that game, but I'm not abusing AG again. For you held them to just 7 points in that first half. You come out, you give them the ball right back in scoring position. Then you do so again on downs, and then you have the pick 6. Like I'm not abusing AG for that. Now, the Jerry Jacobs look fucking god awful. Was there 0 pressure in the middle? All that is absolutely true. I kind of you foreshadowed the 0 pressure in the middle. It did. If you didn't think the interior defensive lineman was a need heading into this draft, you're dumbass. Yeah. Everybody and their mom asked for that.
Yep.
And they didn't really address it outside of Broderick Martin, who's inactive. So either he's not good enough to play, or I don't know what that situation is. But we do got to go to break. I do got to tell you guys about Fairway Pack & Co. When we get back, we'll hit the phone lines, but not before I tell you about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 60 years, Fairway Pack Company has provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry aged beef. Experience the Fairway difference for yourself today. Visit Steak Shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks, or order online at fairwaypackandco.com.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
How would you like to win a $100,000 Vegas getaway? Take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can register at drinksyntron.com/Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. It's Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste for the people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. drinksyntron.com/Vegas for more information.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights live on Sports.com. Easy, Spencer.
What up, though?
Christopher, Jeremy.
Whoa.
Hey, I'll say that.
You losing full governments, man. What's up with that? You must not be feeling good
government
today.
for himself.
I know.
He's throwing everybody else's out there.
It's that type of day, man. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. AG didn't have the greatest outing, but we don't get a pass rush.
He did not, Daniel.
You don't get a pass rush. The secondary is not going to look good. They go hand in hand. When a quarterback has all goddamn day, you didn't touch him.
There's not much you can do
You
as a secondary
didn't touch
member.
Geno Smith until literally the last play of regulation defense.
Imagine being a cornerback or safety on the Detroit Lions lined up against the weapons they have. in DK Metcalf, in Tyler Lockett, in Jackson Smith-Njigba.
For 3-4 plus
5
seconds.
5
seconds, yeah.
Where you can't, nobody can guard someone for that long, especially the talent that they have at wide receiver. It is on the defensive line. It is on, you got to blitz more. You got to do something to put pressure on Geno Smith so you can't just sit back there and pick you apart all game. JB, we got a caller?
Yeah, we got a couple callers actually stacked up here. So here, I will send you guys Sean first.
Sean, how you feeling, brother?
Happy 40s.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good,
Yep,
pretty good.
First of all, before I get into the comments or whatever, I just want to give you guys a salute. I'm an old cat. I'm a 70s baby man, but you guys, man, I'm a truck driver also, but I listen to you guys, man. You guys are so freaking funny, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I salute all you guys or whatever, man. Big time.
Appreciate
Number
you, man.
two. Yeah, no problem. Number two, where was Jack Campbell? Pete Carroll, he ran the same shit that he ran last year. Now, where was Jack Campbell? We had two linebackers out there that couldn't really defend the pass or whatever. The tight end was open all the time. They was running bootlegs. They was running play action all day, even though we didn't get no pressure up front. But Jack Campbell is pretty much, you know, he's a better linebacker than Anzalone and the other cat or whatever, 55. So, I mean, what gives or whatever? Even though Ann Glenn, he was part zone, part man. I can understand it or whatever due to the fact that DJ Metcalf and the rest of them or whatever. You know, our cornerbacks. You know, the one cornerback 23, he was getting burnt or whatever. But what I can't understand was why did Jack Campbell was not in the game more to kind of take away the tight end and the play action and all that type of stuff, even though we couldn't get no pass rush going up front.
Yeah, I feel you, Sean. I mean, you look at probably the most impressive linebacker for the Lions.
Calling in, man.
Appreciate you calling in, by the way.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Probably the most impressive linebacker for the Lions in this game was Derek Barnes. I mean, he was making plays. He was making tackles in the backfield. He looked good in the run. But Jack Campbell needs to be that guy. I agree with what Sean said. You got him in the first round. I think he is better than Anzalone. I think he's better than the guys that you have out there. You need to put him out there and be those guys. You can't have guys in Montgomery, in Gibbs and in Jack Campbell that you drafted in the first round and not utilize them and not have them out there. You put faith in them. You selected them. You think they're going to be studs. Let them loose. Turn them loose. Because what's happening right now isn't working. You need to make these guys that you invested such high draft stock in, you gotta let them play. You gotta let them go out there and be difference makers. You brought them in to be difference makers. Let them make a difference.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to, like, I'm not in the camp of
you gotta be ready to play,
giving guys playing time just for the sake of like their draft stock. But again, it's too early to do so. But when you start seeing things like that, it's a Brad Holmes thing. But it's too early to do it. It's absolutely too early to do it. Last year, we were all over that, and guess what happened? That defense got kind of in tune. The younger guys got a little bit better, trusting their teammates next to them better, and the defense turned around. Maybe that's the stage these guys are at. I mean, it's their rookie years, for Christ's sakes. But, I mean, they are first-round picks. So you kind of are disappointed not to see them out there making big plays. I don't know. I mean, I just...
Like Apollo in the Woodward Sports chat, he says, if Jack Campbell was taken in the fourth round, then okay, rotate him. Yeah. If Jack Campbell was... Malcolm Rodriguez, no offense to Malcolm, but where he was taken in the draft, yeah, that's fine. Rotate. You used a first-round pick on this man. He needs to play 80% of snaps. Like, he needs to be out there. Captain Jack, he's doing all these things so great. Okay, let him go be the guy. He's a first-round pick. You don't just give those away. JB, we got somebody else on the phone?
Oh, yeah, we got a couple more people. Here's our guy, Chef. The Chef.
Chef.
He's a chef.
How you feeling, sir?
What's going on? What up, though?
What up, man?
Still trying to recover mentally.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple of things to address. First, I want to address Terrell in that fact. I don't think Terrell has ever played football because he stood up here talking about, he wasn't in man coverage because he was 5 yards off. As I said, as a former corner myself, I've been trying to tell this guy, there's a difference between press man and man. Press man, you are up on the dude, ready to jam him at the line of scrimmage. Man coverage is a little bit different than that. All right? So that's number one. That's basic football 101 that we should all know if we're going to call in and complain about someone being in coverage. You should at least know what the coverage is supposed to be. All right. The second thing that I want to address is the officiating situation. People will be like, well, you shouldn't blame the refs, blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the thing that I always do. If the game is called fairly for both teams, then there are no excuses. Then that team that beat you was just better than you. Maybe they outshooted you. Maybe they outdid this, outdid that. But we don't know what happens if Dean Blandino doesn't come on there and start making up rules like, oh, well, Devin Witherspoon was playing the ball and he accidentally tripped the receiver, and that's fine. How is it fine? When do we start being able to accidentally trip receivers and not get called for PI?
Yeah.
The thing with DK Metcalf and Kirby in the end zone. Bro, Kirby was just trying to get his balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to get his balance because my man is just yanking his head up and down all the way around. So I don't understand how that offsetting penalty, that was clearly OPI. Kirby's just flailing like, I'm trying to stay on my feet, right? So things like that happen, and the whole Josh Reynolds thing with he was blocking downfield, it didn't matter because we actually scored on that drive, right? And during the game, I tweeted, I was like, the refs could not stop us on that drive.
Yeah.
But when things like that are happening throughout the game, you don't know what kind of momentum swing that is. That fourth down was a big play that we needed, right? And I think they went down and scored after.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in, Chef, for sure. It's, it wasn't – I don't want to blame the refs, but, you got to – there was some egregious missed calls, but I'm not doing that. We're past that now. We know it's going to happen. You need to win in spite of that, and we'll see what happens going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. They appreciate you calling in, man.
Appreciate you calling in, Chef. It is a big part of the game.
What did you say?
I said it is a big part of the game. Like, we need to be past that, but the rest, they need to be better.
Yeah, they do. They do need to be better, and they need to, they need to clean some things up, both the refs and the Lions. And, shit like that is going to happen. We know it's happened to us for our whole lives in Detroit, so you just got to keep going forward and win in spite of it. But, after the game's over, whether the Lions win or not, you get the best coverage ever here on Woodward Sports with the Lions post-game shows, featuring Maz and Stick with weekly special guests directly after all Lions games this season. Make sure you tune into Woodward Sports YouTube, and you can watch on woodwardsports.com. It's the Lions post-game shows with Maz and Stick.
Who else we got, JB?
I will send you guys Roger.
Roger, how you feeling, man?
No, I'm feeling all right. How about you?
Yeah, living, trying to get over this hell. That's for sure.
Hey, well, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
So, I just got a couple things to cover. Number one, I've been a Lions fan since 1977, and this is by far the greatest I've seen our program go. And, they are still, Dan Campbell, we just went up against the coach yesterday. That was just, you can't make those mistakes against Pete Carroll.
Yeah, he's definitely good. Dan Campbell did get out coached, and I don't think anybody expected the Lions to have a coaching advantage in this game because Pete Carroll is, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. So you can't let mistakes happen when you're down the 8 ball already.
No, but I also agree with you guys. Campbell and Gibbs have to get more playing time. I mean, especially now with Montgomery being out, if Gibbs don't start getting the lion's share, it's just going to be a lot of bitching going on with Detroit fans, and I really try not to do that, but
yeah,
Campbell's their best linebacker, and not Montgomery, but Gibbs is their best running back. Gotta let him eat.
Yeah. I think what's more disappointing too, again, I'm not into just giving guys, and I appreciate you calling in, brother. I'm not into giving guys playing time just because of draft position. I definitely in the camp of, similar to, I think this coaching staff, you have to prove yourself at playing time. But what it is if you made the investment in these guys that early, you hope that they are ready.
You got to give them a chance to prove themselves.
They have every chance. They have these practices. They have these practice reps. They have preseason games. You don't trust these guys to put the best players on the field. This is the best coaching staff we've had in years. You just heard him just say he's been a Lions fan a long time. This is the best way he's ever seen the organization look.
So you don't think Gibbs should be getting more touches, or Jack Campbell should be getting more snaps?
I think Gibbs and Dave Montgomery played specific roles, and I've seen Gibbs run the ball inside 1 yard per carry almost. When he's best is when he's outside. I don't think Gibbs deserves as many carries as Dave Montgomery. We saw yesterday when D-Mont went out, Gibbs went in.
Yeah, I'm not saying carries up I'm not saying give him the rock and let him pound it up the middle, but you swing him, do some pitches, do some tosses, hit him in the flat, hit him down the field, give him some more looks. I'm not saying just give it to him up the middle every time, but get the ball in his hands. He's a weapon, right? This is your first round pick weapon. He can't do anything if he doesn't have the ball in his hands. You got to give him the opportunity.
I mean, he had opportunity. He caught a lot of balls yesterday. He did.
Yeah. And he made some plays.
The guy I mean, where I would side with that conversation or that narrative with is when it comes to Jack Campbell. Because as I'm watching the game, Anzalone in coverage, just look at the tight end numbers. No, it's just one specific tight end. But if you got Noah Fant, you got Will Dissly, you got freaking Parkinson's, whatever the hell his last name was, like they all got 3 to 4 receptions.
Yeah.
But we got to talk about SMA.
We do, and I kind of need it right now. But SMA, or the sports marketing agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Boner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Boner and Broder.
Join Woodward Sports and a Long Drink live this Sunday and every Sunday for the Lions VIP tailgate party. It's at Eastern Market in Shed number 5. It's going to be a bash. Starting at 9:30 until game time. The official Lions tailgate is back and better than ever. How would you like to pregame it with Woodward Sports and being treated like a VIP? Food, beverages, and entertainment all included. Get your tickets online today at bullseyeeventgroup.com or win some for Woodward Sports just by DMing Lions VIP, both on Instagram and or Twitter. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm the boy Easy, joined by my guy Spin More Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. Just kind of getting it out. We got another caller, by the way, JB. Who we got?
All right, I will send you guys Austin.
What up, though, Austin?
Austin, what's going on?
Thanks for calling in, man.
Yo, what up, though? Just a couple of things to cover. I mean, Dan Campbell, you got to learn, when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. It was a couple times Pete Carroll could have been aggressive, but he chose not to, and it worked out for him at the end. Over the offseason, we didn't do enough to address the D-line. I mean, that's evident. And then, the draft picks. Jack Campbell, you got to put him out there. Like, he looked like the best linebacker we got, but I didn't see him a whole lot yesterday. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, it's just stuff we got to clean up.
No, I agree. I think... Again, I'm not. This is the third time I say it, but I'm not in the camp of giving guys picks. I appreciate you calling in just for the draft position, but I will say I do think Jack Campbell's probably
he's the most talented.
Yeah. He was our best guy. I think our best guy in coverage, regardless.
By far. I don't think it's close.
And after watching Anzalone, I mean, you go again going back to the situation with the defense. Everyone's like, fire AG. Wow. Week 2, we're talking about firing people already. But I mean, like the New York Giants defensive coordinator, if any coordinator is getting fired, it's them. They scored 60 straight points.
Yeah.
Or offensive coordinator maybe too. But The fumble by Dave Montgomery. The very next play was just a little toss up the middle distance. They put you right at the 2-yard line before Kenneth Walker walked in, and it was Alex Anzalone 5 yards ahead of him. There was just nobody on him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, you brought this kid in to be the man. Let him be the man. I mean, like it can't get worse than what we saw yesterday.
At 6'5",
yeah,
maybe because he's so far off from the receiver. I mean, he jumps up and makes a play.
He can make a play.
I mean,
we saw him do it against Kansas City. He literally did that against Kansas City. He was 5 yards behind Kadarius Toney and dove and slapped the ball down. Like, the guy's athletic. He is big. You got to let him use those weapons in pass coverage. He is your best coverage linebacker based on athleticism and size alone.
Yeah, that's the one where I'm probably thinking probably deserves some more reps. I mean, I don't know. What were you going to say, Chris?
I was just going to say, I mean, I know football is a game of strategy, and this is a dumb question, but at the point we were at yesterday, like, why not? Like, that was really what it looked like. This was the first time it looked like, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that the offense had periods where it looked stagnant. It's had, 3-and-out drives and, whatever before, but there was periods, especially when Amon-Ra went down and everything, and Montgomery was already out, that this offense did look very stagnant at times. So why not try some more things? And the offense did, and they got it going. But defensively, it just seemed like they were doing the same things, and they just weren't getting any results. And at this point, you gotta try. I get that he's young, and I get you gotta earn, and that's been the Dan Campbell regime. But at this point in that game, again, wasn't a must-win game, but a game you're trying to win. You should definitely try new things. If for 3.5 quarters it's not working.
Yeah, you got to make adjustments. You got to be able to coach on the fly, and you got to make sure what you're doing is working. And if it's not, you have to change it. You have to. You can't just keep trying to jam a square hole through, or a square peg through a round hole. It's not going to work. You got to make adjustments and do something that works. You need to put pressure on the opposing team's quarterback, and they didn't make any adjustments during the game to do that.
I don't know. I mean, I think adjustments were made. It just
didn't work.
Yeah.
Whatever they were, they didn't work.
I mean, the defensive line was just an atrocious game.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire defensive roster.
That's the thing that Aaron Glenn has to learn. Like, if plan A doesn't work, revert to plan B. If
Yeah.
plan B doesn't work, do plan C. If plan C doesn't work, like, you have to have
saying.
multiple options here instead of just, hey, eventually we're going to get them. And that can't be their mindset anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you've seen different things in there, though. Just none of it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point you saw Jack Campbell rushing as an outside linebacker. Like, none of it worked. Nothing. Not a damn thing.
And we are going to get into a little bit of, happier talk coming up pretty soon. We're going to talk about Sam Laporta and what he looks like going forward. But I wanted to do this. I just called this segment Lions fans. Can we not do this? And the first part of it is, can we not?
I want to do this. It's called Lions fans.
Can we not?
Can we not do this?
I don't want you guys to act like it's the end of the world because they lost the game. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you want to win every week, but you're not going to. Yeah, the way they lost sucks. Overtime, it's a heartbreaker. Season opener. You want all the hype there coming off a Kansas City win, but it's not over. The season's not over. Nothing is. They're still tied for first in the North. It's all right. We're going to get past this. It's going to get better. And then the stuff like this that I see on Twitter and people commenting about Dan Campbell's coaching and how that is the L. Like, agreed. However, Dan deserves some smoke. There's nothing wrong with going up 10-7. He mailed it in at the end of regulation. Dan had a hand in it. 2 bad 4th downs went for him when he could have had 3 points and pin him back, and they got a touchdown not getting it. You can't play both sides of this coin. Dan Campbell is going to coach how Dan Campbell coaches. He is going to be aggressive. He is going to go for it on 4th down. He is going to try to put his feet on the other team's throat. That's what he does. So when it works, when you get a 4th down in Kansas City and everybody's hype, oh, look at the balls on my coach. Your coach wouldn't do this shit. Look at how sweet my coach is. He's going for it because they win. Don't flip sides if it doesn't work and start talking shit and say he doesn't know what he's doing. He is going to be the guy he is. He's going to be the coach he is. And it comes with greatness and it comes with failure. So don't just instantly blame him and say he doesn't know what he's doing if they lose. And then when he wins, you're putting up the memes. You're saying, oh, look at the nuts on this guy. You take it or leave it. You either like the coaching style or you don't. So you can't just flip it if it doesn't work. He is going to be him. He is going to coach like Dan Campbell coaches, and that's being aggressive.
Yeah, the only time though I would call that into question was at the end of regulation, and I don't think it was like so much so like the lack of aggressiveness, but maybe the lack of like preserving your time, because it felt like they got the ball to like the 30 at one point, and then there was like 59 seconds left on the clock.
It didn't
and
seem
they
urgent.
snap a play until like 20 something.
Yeah,
and at that point you felt you were just like rushing like quicker plays to get set up for a field goal, which. At some point, I understand, but again, when your coach is the Dan Campbell guy, the ball's in the wheelbarrow guy, I want shots.
Yeah, I wanted to see more shots. I was calling for it the whole stream.
Yeah.
I was like, we got to take a shot here, but they didn't. And the field goal stuff, it's the two drives, right, that everybody's talking about where he went for it on fourth down. He could have kicked the field goal. You kick the field goal, both of those drives, you get 6 points. Instead, he went for it on fourth down, both of those drives. Didn't get one of them, turnover on downs. Got one of them, led to a touchdown. That's 7 points. So instead of having 6, when you kick both field goals, you get 7 because it worked once and you got a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, I'm not a genius or anything, but I'm pretty sure that 7 is more than 6. And it makes me mad how fast people switch up on it like that. Yeah. I understand the lack of shots. Who was he? Like JB, you could ask JB. I was sitting there. I was, pretty hammered, but I was like, bro, you take a shot here. When they had a big change, a momentum-changing play, the fourth down stop, I was like, you take a shot here. That's what you do in football. You flip the momentum, you get a turnover, you get a fourth down stop. You go out there and you go deep on that first play. And I didn't see that, so I was a little upset there, but, I don't know, man. I'm not worried about the offense. I'm not worried about him making plays to try to extend a drive. Go for it on a fourth down. Do that. The offense is fine. It was the defense that was the problem. You can't let up 31 points in a game at home and expect to win without forcing a turnover. With your only sack coming from a linebacker. That is the reason they lost the game. The defense let up too much. They didn't get Geno on the ground, and they didn't turn the ball over. You remember when the Lions were winning all those games at the end of the year last year? What was the common denominator? They were forcing turnovers. Every single game in that win streak, they were forcing turnovers.
Yeah.
That is how you win games in the NFL, and they didn't get it done. So, all right, move on to the next week. Try to force some shit against Atlanta. Force a fumble out of Bijan. You got a rookie running back. Punch the ball out. Do something. If Desmond Ridder throws the ball, you put his ass in the dirt.
I think that's why people are confused or at a certain point we're upset with Dan Campbell. I'm not even necessarily upset, just like disappointed, is that you're right. The defense was the concern. The offense was doing what they wanted.
Yeah.
But with a minute 20 whatever left, marching down the field, you kind of just 7-yard. I don't even know you weren't even trying.
Mm-hmm.
You were just 7 yards here, dink and dunking it down the way. When all game you're doing whatever you wanted to these guys. You were putting their freaking thumbs up their own asses.
Yeah.
And it come to like the time where you want to score a touchdown and just leave it up, be done with it. You got cute. You got soft. I think that's why people are, again, I'm not going to say I'm not upset with Dan Campbell.
It's not on Dan Campbell. He's not calling the plays.
Disappointed. Just disappointed.
Yeah.
That's it. You're doing what you want all damn day. When it comes down to actually having the balls, it's not the same. It hurt a lot worse talking about the Minnesota game last year.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of like that. It's like, bro, you guys are always aggressive. The time it's like...
And it was a perfect time to be aggressive.
To win the
you
damn
score
game.
before half, you score after half. That's how you win football games. When you have it set up like that, you get the ball, the last drive of the half, you go down there and score, and then you're getting the ball coming out of halftime, you go down there and score, that demoralizes a team. That's a 14-point swing. But, didn't work out like that.
At the end of half.
Yeah.
That one was tough.
I don't know if he would have scored on that one, but I feel you.
No, I know.
But for me, it was just that last drive where, you're doing what you wanted. You had 2 big momentum plays, and then you stop and do these cute, like, Texas slants or Texas curls, whatever you call them with the running back with Jahmyr Gibbs, and they're just getting you 6 yards here, 6 yards there.
I'm not worried about what the offense did or didn't do. If you score 30-plus points at home, you need to win that game. And if not, it's on your defense not performing.
I mean,
You can't ask for your offense to score 40 points a game. You can't do that. At home,
but
you
even
cannot
if you
do
want to
that.
talk about the 31 points, like the 7 of them came from the overtime period. But if you don't let that pick 6, that's not a situation. Then you're not even looking at that as a total. That's not even, you know what I'm saying? That touchdown's not even there because you're not dealing with it.
Yeah, well,
it's just turnovers, really.
You get Geno on the ground a couple times, you get a turnover, you win the game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, you're gonna be aggressive, stay aggressive. Do what you know what I'm saying.
Aggressive. Be aggressive. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month, or you can upgrade to the Black Card for $24.99 and get use of all the amenities. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
How would you like to see famous athletes like Jim Harbaugh, Dan McCarty, Braylon Edwards, and Tim McCollum play golf with average Joes? Thanks to Randy Wise Automotive and Woodward Sports, you'll be able to do just that. It's a Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Make the wise choice and pay attention to Woodward Sports for more information coming soon. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, Spin More Rax, Young Chris, JB Smooth. What's this Lions Pass Rush tweet? Can I see this thing? Hit the like button, by the way. It's Spinny's birthday tomorrow.
It is my birthday.
Smash the like button for Spinny's birthday.
Turning 22.
22. Lions Pass Rush, 2 weeks, ranked 30th in the NFL.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Here it is.
10% pressure percentage, 26
This is from Nolan Bianchi. Lions pass rush for 2 weeks. They've only had 1 sack, which is 30th in the NFL. 10% pressure percentage, which is 26th. A 1.1% hurry percentage, which is 28th, and a 5.7% blitz rate, which is 31st in the NFL. But Aiden Hutchinson's been trying to do his thing. He's been getting there. He's got pressures. He leads the league in pressures. We got that as well. That tweet about Hutch's pressures.
Yep. Let me find it.
I think he's got 13 on the year. Aiden Hutchinson leads the NFL in total QB pressures with 13 through the first 2 weeks. Micah Parsons second. After adding 6 against Seattle, Hutchinson has 3 QB hits and 10 QB hurries. No other player has more than 9 QB pressures, has been held without a sack. So he's been getting there. He just hasn't been getting them on the ground. And like you look at that last tweet about the 1.1% pressure percentage, but you got a guy on your team who has the most QB pressures in the NFL. He needs some help. Like, get this man some help. He just can't get him on the ground yet.
Help me! Help!
What's going on?
Yeah, you're talking about too, like when he does get those pressures, it just feels like he's over pursuing each time. And I feel like that was a characteristic of him last year when we were kind of like waiting for him to pick things up. I don't know what it is. He could change in like training or I don't know. I really don't know. I'm curious too if like part of it is the fact that Geno Smith's not the most mobile quarterback. You don't think of him as like a scrambler, but he's mobile. He's mobile in the pocket.
He can move around.
Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is one of the best to ever do it. Can literally do quite literally everything. But he's mobile as well. I'm wondering if we're like suffering from that aspect of it. But at that point, are you Like, do you assign a linebacker or someone to just make sure that shit is not happening? I mean, I really don't know. I really don't know because there's many pressures. By the way, those pressures, most of those came from last week against KC, not even against these backup tackles. It was embarrassing. Yeah, there were a couple of tight end chip blocks. They're doubling them on the runs.
Yeah.
I mean,
He had
I
six
really don't
pressures against Seattle. So
and when it's just him converting the pressure too, like it's a simple sidestep.
Yeah.
If it's just one guy, if there's multiple guys, something coming from the inside, then there's nowhere for you to step.
You need that.
But if it's just one guy, it's easy to evade just the one guy.
Yeah, that's why you need that interior defensive pass rush. You need guys in the middle to be able to blow up that pocket. So Geno, Patrick Mahomes, whoever it is, can't just stand comfortable, take a step to the left, take a step to the right, step forward when you have Hutch coming home. Because if Hutch gets there and you have a pass rush in the middle, he tries to take a step up and you got a big ass fucking dude right in your lap. He needs some help. He needs to go out there and and somebody on that defensive line needs to create some pressure, man, other than Hutch. Like, you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah, Levi Enrique, 0 QB pressures, 0 defensive stops. Lee McNeil, I love him. I think he looked pretty good in the run game at least filling his holes. 0 pressures, 0 stops, 2 missed tackles. Benito Jones, 0 pressures, 0 stops.
Yeah, Benito Jones was not good.
Romeo Carr was on the field yesterday too, by the way. James Houston, obviously, with a broken ankle at this point, or tibula.
Charles Harris. What happened to him?
Rough.
What happened to him?
Harris looked rough. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, again, we were bitching about AG, but again, the defensive line is so much an important part of this. I don't know if coaching is fixing that talent gap that you've yet to address. You addressed it with Roger Martin. If he's not seeing the field, he's not talented enough to be on the field. That's my assumption for this coaching staff. I mean, I don't know what you do at this point. I don't know if they continue to suffer that the rest of the season. I really don't have an answer for that. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, if you want a little bit of positivity, I'm not out on this team. You take away those turnovers as the Detroit Lions win.
Yeah.
Then that's with this poor, pathetic defense. Sorry to offend you like that if any of my guys are listening, but you guys played putrid.
Yeah, it was bad.
They
There's
missed
nothing else
Josh
you can say.
Pascal.
They'll be the first ones to say it. I'm sure they'll be the first ones to say, yeah, we didn't do enough. We weren't good enough. We've spoken with Aleem before, face to face. Like, he's a guy that'll take responsibility. He knows that he needs to be better. He knows that the defensive line needs to help out Hutchinson. Like, it sucks, man. It sucks because you got playmakers on the back end. But when your quarterback or the opposing quarterback has 4, 5, 6 seconds to throw the ball, those guys can only do so much running around with the weapons on the outside.
Tyler Chauvet, we spent tons of picks on defensive tackles.
3.
Broderick Martin,
Levi, and Aleem.
Yeah. I mean, and they're not performing up to par. Not even with a elite guy like Aiden Hutchinson next to him. Yeah, wish we had Jalen Carter. Yeah, you could tell me I can't bitch about it, but that's the guy I wanted, so I can't bitch about it.
I thought I saw a stat. I thought we had it. It wasn't Carter second in pressures behind Hutchinson and
I think he's third. I think it's Hutch at 13, Parsons at 12, and Carter at 11.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that's right. Carter at 11. I don't even like saying that out loud. But look, that's the guy we want. You put him next to Hutch. That's literally quite literally what we're bitching about right now. I mean, I bitch about Jerry Jacobs, but Jerry Jacobs, we knew he was serviceable. But again, like we said earlier, you got 4 or 5 seconds to get open, and you're DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, amongst one of the top 20, top 25 receivers in the league. Like, yeah, your defense is gonna get abused. Here's what it is, though, man. Yeah. Moving on and so on and so forth. I do think they can beat the Falcons. I'm a lot more confident in the Falcons' victory than I ever was the Seattle one.
Yeah.
Partly because Seattle's owned the Detroit Lions the past 2 years. What are you gonna say, Chris?
I was going to say, though, this game sometimes is plays because I think a play we haven't mentioned yet that to me was a standout play is when Kirby almost had that pick that could have potentially been a pick six right in the end zone. Now, again, I'm not placing blame on Kirby, but I'm saying sometimes it does come down to those 1 or 2 plays, those moments. And so,
most NFL games do boil down to 1 or 2 plays. And either you make them or you don't. And the teams that make them win. So we'll see what's going forward. But again, 3-on-3 Kurt says y'all act like Carter been balling.
Carter been balling.
He has been balling.
Carter been balling.
Go watch some Eagles tape. Like, the guy is different. But I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I don't know. Sometimes in one-play games you're the Vikings last year, and sometimes in one-play games you're the Vikings this year. You know,
it's true.
Let's take an early break. We can get back. We'll talk about Laporta.
Want to talk about
Some
Sammy Potts? Yeah, we can bring some positivity into it. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Good, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, shit.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
Experience the meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary. With over 12 locations, and including the new location in Whitmore Lake, Dispo is never far away. By the way, this Friday we're back at the main Dispo in Romeo. Make sure you guys pull up free food, free yogurt, and free weed. You know, right there, you know what I'm saying? Join us Friday, September 22nd at Dispo in Romeo, Dispo Dispensary, DISPOshops.com, your local cannabis plug. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. I'm your boy East Joe. My guy Spin Rax.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth. Before we went to break, I kind of mentioned you have a bounce back game coming in. By the way, too, I mean you got Seattle's best punch too. You got a Super Bowl winning head coach after they got blown out, embarrassed at home too. The Rams, by the way, though.
Mm-hmm.
I know they lost.
Oh yeah, they lost.
But
they played the 49ers tough.
Matthew Stafford, dude looks good.
Stafford does look good.
And again, I said it week 1. I've already felt this way about Sean McVay. Y'all better throw some respect in that man's name.
Mm-hmm.
34 rookies on that team. Puka Nacua, hallelujah, on pace for 2,000 yards.
Praise be.
Praise be. That boy, ball. What do you think? I saw you had on this paper, receiver and defensive or running back. You said, right?
Yeah, running back
tackle.
and defensive tackle.
Oh, you're right about the running back situation.
You know, if Montgomery has to miss extended time,
yeah,
Craig did not look good.
No,
when he got in the game yesterday, Jahmyr Gibbs, you know, they just don't like him or something. They're not giving him any carries. Zonovan Knight.
Stop saying that.
Zonovan Knight is a good option to bring up. Obviously, that's what they're going to do, I assume, for Atlanta is to bring up Zonovan Knight. But is there a guy out there that you would want to, target to bring in to see if he can do some things?
We discussed this in the offseason, too, is like I like David Montgomery a lot.
I like David Montgomery.
I like him a lot. But if he goes down, the rest of those guys in that backfield are scat backs.
Yeah.
That's why we mentioned Jahmyr Gibbs, give him the ball, Getting the ball, dude was getting 1 yard. He's not great between the tackles as of now. I don't know if it's a scheme thing. I don't know what it is. But we don't have a big body guy. Craig, you're assuming maybe could assume that role? I don't know. Zonovan Knight I like a lot. He's not that type of back either. Nickname Bam, but that's in college. He's a little, maybe it brings, I don't know. Did you look at any names?
I mean, the two guys that you look at, the two biggest guys out there are Leonard Fournette and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt's kind of a scat back guy too.
Yeah.
Respectable though. But Leonard Fournette, for goal line carries, give it to me, I guess. I mean, he kind of feels like that Ezekiel Elliott twilight of his career where he's kind of lost the explosion. I know he's still a big body guy.
To be explosive though.
I mean, you do. You just want him to run through it and bully his way into the end zone. Otherwise, he's just big for no reason.
I think he can do that. I think he can be a bully. I think he can go out there and he can put people down. But
what?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Bryce Freeman is still out there. Is that a guy that would interest you?
I don't even know who that is.
Bryce Freeman?
No.
He's
great.
He was with Denver for a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Benny Snell.
What's Leonard Fournette's numbers last year? You got them?
I can pull them up real quick.
Because I remember I mean, let me see. I'm pulling them up too. Leonard Fournette stats last year, 2022. It says loading.
2022, he had
668 yards.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
523 receiving yards.
That wasn't a great. Tampa Bay wasn't that good that year either.
73 catches for 523 yards.
I mean, that's a guy. I mean, why not? Yeah, definitely not call him and work him out. The way this offense is ran, you saw yesterday. They obviously want to run the ball.
It's built through the run.
Yeah, it's built through the run. Jared Goff's success is built through the run, building up that play action. Especially when you have like these tackles, and we saw Seattle do a little bit yesterday too. Like you have some tackles you're kind of concerned about. A lot of play action passes, a lot of bootlegs.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to do that now. Taylor Decker. I mean, I don't know when he's coming back. Offensive line did a pretty good job without him, though. I'm not gonna.
They did. Matt Nelson wasn't as bad as I thought he was going to be. He wasn't great, but he held his own out there.
Mm-hmm.
Penei Sewell, obviously, dude's a monster. He'd put him anywhere. But we'll see. Zonovan Knight, he doesn't have good size.
He's not a big guy. He's not necessarily a small guy. Damon Harris off the market. There's not really any big body guys.
Yeah.
Dwayne Washington, James Robinson.
He's 5'11", 210. It says for Zonovan Knight. So
That's bigger than I expected. And Mark Ingram said he's not retired now. he saw a truck destroying.
Yeah, I did, but I'm not bringing in Mark Ingram.
Yeah, there's no names in here that.
Paulo says we'll stick with Craig Watch.
I mean, to be honest with you, Craig didn't really get a fair shake yesterday. I think he had a bad game because the memorable play they had was a god-awful screen pass to him.
Yeah.
And Stick was like, "Oh, you're a better play call than Ben Johnson." I'm not, but did that play call work?
That was a bad play call.
No, it didn't. It was a bad play call.
DNC ENT says Ronald Jones got cut from Dallas. I saw that, but I think he's suspended for a couple games for PEDs. Well, if it's 2 games, then he should be back, unless he got suspended like last week.
Well, they got to serve him as like a part of a team, right?
I don't know.
I'm sure that'd be the case.
Yeah, maybe he was inactive on the roster, so those 2 didn't count. These first 2 before releasing them.
Yeah.
But I mean, speaking of that, I've seen people in the chat talking about like the trademark. Are you guys interested in entertaining the trade market, or is it just way too early?
No, I don't want to trade. No Cam Akers. I don't think that David Montgomery is going to miss a serious amount of time.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
I wouldn't want to trade a guy or trade an asset to bring in a guy that's going to be a fill-in. Honestly, I kind of comfortable with Zonovan Knight if it's only for a week or 2. I like him. I think he'll be able to get some things done, and we'll see what happens. I mean, he looked pretty good when he played behind that Jets offensive line last year, which was not great. The offensive line is healthy or healthy-ish. I think Zonovan Knight will be able to do something.
Yeah, we need somebody who's able to run between the tackles. I don't know how you want to look at the Jahmyr Gibbs thing, because I know not everybody wants to see him as a running back, but in between tackles rep yesterday, he just didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't have it.
Rojo's 2-game suspension has already been served, by the way, so he is free to sign wherever.
I like that.
I like that too.
Bradley Stroh, in the Woodward Sports Chat, stopped the cap. That flea flicker was so nasty. That was disgusting.
The flea flicker was dope.
That was filthy.
Nice. Yeah.
And Devon Witherspoon too, if I'm not mistaken.
At that point in the game, I was watching it, and so before I had to go into work, and so then when I saw that, I was like, the first thing I did was pull up the stream, because I was like 10 seconds ahead of you guys, so I quickly pulled up the stream so I could see your guys' reaction.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a good part.
That's the thing too. I mean, when it comes again to like the end of the game yesterday, when I went for the OT, it was like you were literally stunting on him on offense.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing what you wanted. You had that weird Amon-Ra, I don't even know what you call that play. Little trap play.
That was sweet.
On the 4th down too. That was ballsy.
After he just got hurt and like his mobility was limited, he still just jetted. That was crazy.
That was nuts. Sam Laporta in the passing game looked really good.
Sam Laporta had a great day. Sam Laporta made a lot of plays. It was impressive to watch. And we've got some stats for Laporta that we'll get into. But first, let me tell you guys about Woodward and Main Street. The Lions Insider Show coming. It's Woodward Sports twice a week, Tuesdays 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and Sundays 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Lions Insider Show, Woodward and Maine, hosted by Gabby D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster. Make sure you guys are watching weekly for the best Lions insight and reports. But like you brought up, Sam Laporta made some moves. He was looking good out there. He was looking good in open space, strong hands, making a lot of contested catches, going through guys. And Sam Laporta is the first tight end in NFL history to log 5+ receptions in each of his first 2 games of his career. His 10 receptions through 2 games, tie for the second most of any NFL tight end has through 2 career games. So we heard about this all offseason that he is Jared Goff's second favorite target, that when Amon-Ra's not there, he's looking for Laporta. And it looks like he's doing the right thing because Laporta was making plays yesterday.
Listen, when that kid grows in a full beard, you're going to see a whole other level of greatness. I'm just letting you know. Beard Sam Laporta's on the way. Just give him some time. Yeah, that's the key attribute of a great tight end. What's up for Gronk? Maybe we had a little bit of this.
Yeah.
So maybe Sam Laporta gets him a little bit of that. But Sam Laporta
Tony Gonzalez never had a beard.
Huh?
Tony Gonzalez never had a beard.
That's true, too.
I don't think Antonio Gates did either.
No, he didn't.
That
I was thinking
completely fell apart.
Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. That's who are the best in the game right now.
Yeah.
You know, they got immaculate beards. I mean, Travis is rocking a mustache right now, though.
Yeah,
But Sam Laporta looks like the real deal. I'm definitely happy with that draft pick. Again, it's probably a little bit too early to be like bitching about draft picks, but I think you'd like to know that they're at least good enough to deserve a little bit more playing time they're getting right now when it comes to like Jahmyr Gibbs and that's the thing too, Spinny.
Yeah.
If they're playing well, they're going to be on the field just like Sam Laporta has been.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not like bashing the situations of Jack Campbell and Jahmyr Gibbs. Like maybe they haven't shown enough in practice because we've seen other rookies get a lot of playing time on this team specifically with this exact same coaching staff on this year, literally with Sam Laporta, and he's performing well. I'm not just throwing them reps for anything, but kudos to Sam Laporta. I'm glad he's part of that. When I bring up the Jalen Carter thing, that is a piece that we wouldn't have acquired without trading back.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that, but here we are, 1-1 though. But we'll see. I think this team will be straight. I'm not in Atlanta too. I think it's a very winnable game. I know they're 2-0. They beat Carolina and they beat the Packers. I don't think the Packers are that great. The Packers are missing David Bakhtiari. They're also missing Christian Watson and Aaron Jones. You should beat them without those guys.
Yeah, it's kind of a trap game like Seattle was for the Lions, right? Like for the Falcons. I mean, they came off a game where they barely skated by Atlanta. It came down to literally the last play. It was a 1-point victory in Green Bay. They're feeling themselves 2-0. They're the hot, sexy team that everybody's picking to go far and win. So I think this is a trap game because Detroit got obviously embarrassed at home on their home opener with the expectations coming off of the Kansas City game. The team is going to be more humbled and hungry than ever. I think in some aspects, the injuries worry me, but I'm looking pretty optimistic about my view against the Falcons, and that's a Falcons team that you guys know that I picked actually. I think I was higher on them than even both of you guys.
Oh dang! Today's the day. If I was wearing the suit tomorrow.
Yeah,
that too.
Because of Cleveland game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check the score on that one.
You had your lock on the Colts, right?
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a ballsy lock. That paid off.
Mine was the Lions.
That is for sure a win. Yeah, that. Sorry that happened to you.
Yeah.
Chris, I think it's you, man. Sorry to say.
Do you have pulled up right now?
I don't know about all that.
We'll do them after in the break, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm honest, Abe. I don't lie.
I think it might be you, Chris. Last time I checked.
I'm just saying. I don't lie.
But I think Atlanta's beatable. Look at the way this obviously is they're running.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan Robinson's good, man. They have a great offensive line. They've got good backs.
I hate losing.
You're gonna need
Bijan looks so fucking good.
You're gonna need guys to make plays. You're gonna need like I said, Bugs and Broderick, one or the other. They're gonna have to play this game because they have a great offensive line. They like to pound the rock with Bijan Robinson, with Tyler Algier. So if you want to stay in against the Falcons, you're gonna have to have these guys going.
I'll bet you on that, Mark Royal. So the Lions getting smacked by the Falcons. Ain't no way.
Yeah, no, they're gonna win.
The Falcons' streak is running the ball. The Lions have been kind of respectable in the run defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the passing.
You need Barnes and I think Barnes and Campbell should play 80% of this game.
Yeah, I mean, again, Campbell's got to prove something, I guess. I mean, I don't know. He is the one that I'm kind of like, maybe we should get a little bit more PT.
Yeah.
But I think they rotate those linebackers either way.
Yeah.
But Angelo,
I think
definitely struggled.
Barnes needs to play a lot of this game because he looks great in the run.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a demon out there, bro. He's making plays. So we'll see. But I think Barnes needs to get a lot of PT against the Falcons because they're going to run the ball a lot.
So you said Pitt's going to get 2 touchdowns. I don't see it.
I doubt it.
Pitt's
They don't
drafted,
throw the ball,
third
man.
or fourth. He hasn't done shit.
They don't throw the ball.
Desmond Ridder can run the ball, though. Maybe that's like something you're scared of. Enjoy Detroit says we're only 3.5 at home. Listen, enjoy Detroit. We got a lot of injuries. The injury report, I know it was 4.5 to begin with. Injury report came out. Now they dropped to 3. Detroit Lions dealing with some injuries, but again, at home, I think our defense is still I can't say respectable, but respectable against the run.
Yeah.
That's the bread and butter of Atlanta. I'll have to dive in and watch some other games. I'm excited to watch the game against the Packers, though. Because I get a little bit of 1-1 we play Packers next week. So I'm definitely going to watch that tomorrow tonight. But I'm not. I think that's a good bounce back for the game for the Detroit Lions. Again, this isn't like maybe your old Detroit Lions. You look to this Atlanta game as like, oh, don't know what's going to happen. This ain't those Lions.
No, that's like I said. It's not the end of the world, guys. It's one game. All right, this is still a good team. They've got to clean some things up. Like they lost to it. Seattle's a good team. It's not like you had a trash team come into your house and embarrass you. You lost in overtime to a good team with great playmakers and a Super Bowl champion head coach.
I always talk about AG too. I should be. This is my time to shine. The Jared Goff stuff, man. I'm not taking it though. He played a good game.
Are you defending the Glenn still?
Defending the Glenn? I can't defend yesterday. I really can't.
That's fair.
I mean, what do you guys talk about beat it? I know Neil's like the simp.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about the interior defensive line at all, or what?
Yeah,
That conversation come up?
Yeah.
What do you say?
It has to get better.
Yeah.
You can't have any other view of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no way you could watch that game, see those results, and be like, nah, they're fine.
But did the Brad Holmes part of it come up?
I don't really feel like it. No.
The fact that he drafted 3 of those guys?
No. That was not brought up.
And not Carter? I mean, we'll see. Maybe they're not done.
How soon before you start to consider, okay, Brad Holmes should make an in-season trade to upgrade that defensive line?
Yeah, I think they should do it now.
If you want to do something now. I mean, I think they tailored his team and built it the right way if you're thinking about, locking up Marion Goff for a while. But the defense still has to be addressed. I mean, even when Goff did go to the Super Bowl, that defense, you could look at whatever ratings or rankings you want to say that the Rams didn't land top 10. If you look at turnovers that year, top 10. You want to know why? They're getting pressures. And they're forcing the balls into playmakers. And they had tons of playmakers in that defense. Which we have this one too. Kirby almost got one. TJ the week before.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you grading Bryant? We'll talk about it when we get back, actually.
Yeah, tell us about Mark White.
I'll tell you guys about Mark White. It's the best place to go if you're buying or selling real estate. Looking to buy or sell? Mark White's got your back. He's got the minute-by-minute listing agreement. Try it today. It's when you can cancel your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty at all, with no cost, by Mark White and Associates. Make sure you guys give him a call today at 248-290-8242 or visit markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
at the Academy of Warren. They have a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field, which can be used for 7-on-7 football. With K through 8 grades that feature AM and PM latchkey, smaller classroom sizes, a learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, and so much more. Academy of Warren is now accepting new enrollment, so go and check them out online today at theacademyofwarren.net. Now, back to the heavies.
What up, welcome back to Whatever It's Live on Sports.com. I'm your boy Easy, Spin More Rex,
What up,
Chris,
though?
JB Smooth. Sue you.
In the Woodward Sports
In the
chat.
Woodward Sports chat says, don't trust fake black Brad to find DTs.
I don't know.
What?
Don't know.
I don't know. That made me laugh though. Around the NFL, Spinny, I guess more importantly, the NFC North. Everyone lost this week.
Mm-hmm.
You were still winning the North, right?
Yes.
None of those guys.
No.
No one strikes fear in your
No,
heart.
nobody.
That means you're still making the playoffs. So some positivity, to get some positivity in this room, we're still probably winning this division.
Yes.
I'm still confident winning
I
this
would bet
division.
on it.
I'm still confident winning 10 games.
Mhm.
I think they could get better. I mean,
meat is
the
bloody
Houston
tough.
stuff sucks and paired with the Josh Pascal stuff, obviously, but it'll work its way around.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Dave Montgomery sucks too. No, I'm thinking about it. As I'm bragging about this Falcons game. No, D-Mont might change some stuff. Or
No,
Demo.
D-Mont does suck for sure. But they're going to have to get more creative. That's up to Ben Johnson to adapt. And like I said, Zonovan Knight is a capable guy. So if you call him up and you use him, I'm all right with it for a game. I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, Atlanta's defense doesn't really scare me at all. Anybody on our schedule that, I mean, honestly, I'm going to actually pull the league short line schedule.
Tell you
Ravens
what,
are good.
that game against Dallas could be ugly.
Yeah, I agree.
That could be ugly.
I agree. Well, we got the contrast.
But
and
that's the end
as
of
long
the
as we're
year, right?
healthy.
The
What'd you say?
Dallas game?
What?
Dallas beat the Jets. 30-10.
But I'm talking about when the Lions play them. That's not till the end of the year.
No,
right?
yeah. It's one of the last weeks of the year.
Yeah.
For sure. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, we were pretty close last year if our offense is healthy. I mean, health has played such a big factor in it, honestly.
Oh, for sure. And we're not looking the healthiest right now.
No, we're not. And our guys.
Hopefully Taylor Decker is good to go this week.
Yeah.
Because not having D-Mont and Big V, it'd be
Yeah.
really good to have Decker back.
Well, yeah. The Big V thing, I'm glad he's not on the IR. Because
Yeah.
that did look a lot scarier than. And it looked scarier than what was initially, or what reported finally.
I
on
feel
that
bad
one.
for the man.
How about the Bengals 0-2?
Yeah.
And I heard Zach Taylor said Joe Burrow might not be ready to go Monday night.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Cooked.
I took the Ravens,
Oh.
though. Shout out me.
They've been there before, though. They were 0-2 last year.
You didn't take them on the bet.
It is different. It is different, though,
I know, I
because
did
Joe
it.
Burrow's not healthy. But they were 0-2 last year.
They were 0-2 last year and they made it back. But AFC's a lot tougher this year.
Yeah.
Dude, if Tua stays healthy, I think the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl?
Yeah. I think they're the best team in the league if Tua stays healthy.
That's my thing with them. Is like you just
You applaud my
I
take
can't-
or you killing a bug?
I can't believe in it. I can't buy in it.
It's bro. Their offense is crazy. Their
Mike
defense
McDaniel's the
is
best
better.
play caller in the league right now.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Their defense is getting better, and they're going to get Jalen Ramsey back. If Tua can stay healthy, dude, the Dolphins are good, man.
Dolphins are really good. I can't wait. And I don't know if Ben will copy it, but as you know, you peep, they always got Tyreek Hill in motion, which gives him a freaking head start into like those. Like I mean, he's already the fastest guy in the league, so it's like it's just
Yeah, I
dirty.
saw this one where he motioned out of the backfield, got the running start, went like he was running a streak, then hit a swim move over the defender and like did a deep post. You can't guard that.
Filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy.
He's so good.
Yeah, hey, listen, I had my number one receiver last year. I caught flack. Just saying.
It's true.
I told you Josh Reynolds would be the second best receiver on this team too.
That is true.
I'm just saying,
But I think it's Laporta.
No. I mean, Laporta best tight end for sure. The receivers, what do you mean? Josh Reynolds is doing filthy things.
Yeah, he's
2
looking
weeks in
pretty
a
good
row.
for sure.
Did he have 2 yesterday? Did he have
Yeah,
2
2.
touchdowns?
Yep.
Come on.
He had 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Laporta ain't got 1. Get out of here.
Wow.
You're,
Laporta didn't get one?
no.
Nope.
No
Gabagool.
touchdown. Gabagool.
Oh, yeah, I put it his over yards, not
Yeah.
touchdown.
But I mean, for a rookie though, to be doing that already.
Yeah,
that's
man,
very
he's making noise. He looks home, and like I said, he looks really good when he gets yards, when he gets the ball in space. He gets open yards. He's breaking tackles. He's looking good. So I'm excited to see him when he gets more comfortable for sure.
Uncle Neil soft feet. It's good stat. 2-5-0 against Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
4 of them things with Tyreek Hill. That means you beat him once without him. It's
impressive.
That is impressive.
2 wins, man. He wins. He looks really good too, and that's my fantasy quarterback. So hopefully he keeps it going. Hopefully he stays healthy. Let me tell you guys about the pregame though. Lions pregame here on Woodward Sports, hosted by Jeff Iafrady every week before Lions games, Sundays 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. So make sure you guys check out the Lions pregame, hosted by the man, the myth, the icon, the franchise, Jeff Iafrady. Him and Neil are on the call for the Falcons game.
Hell yeah. I got the Bears game. You already know how to get that one.
I forget which one. Yeah, I forget which one.
Or do I do one with Jeff? How's that work?
Huh?
Am I doing it with Jeff or like?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We still should come through. I'm looking at the Detroit Lions schedule. I'm sorry, at the NFL schedule this weekend. I'm trying to think of any notable games. How about the Chargers, bro? Brandon Staley. I called for his job immediately after the playoff game last year. He returned as the head coach. I told you the Chargers ownership is like similar to what the Detroit Lions ownership was before Sheila Ford Hamp. It's a family owned. It's passed on. They don't really give a shit as long as you guys are signing up and buying tickets.
Yeah.
How are you a defensive, like that was your bread and butter. Was he the defensive coordinator for the Rams or something like that? Can't do nothing with what they got over there.
Yeah.
They're one of the highest paid cornerbacks in J.C. Jackson. You got Derwin James, who I think is the best safety in the game, in my personal opinion. I know Khalil Mack isn't Khalil Mack of old. You still got Joey Bosa. That guy sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Staley sucks.
Oh, I'm doing Monday Night Football.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
That's going to be at the Long Drink place?
I think so, yeah.
Did you, JB, did you make it there for the food? Free drinks, free food for Long Drink?
No, I didn't make it.
Damn.
VIP tailgate?
I'm going next week.
I was cashed.
I know you and Lucas were cashed. Lucas was gone off the stream. That guy was out of control.
Lucas was out of it.
He was in fetal position. I heard he pulled his pants down.
He did pull his pants down.
Yep.
He said so. He's like, if they score here, I'm going to go down to my drawers. I was like, why? Nobody wants to see that. Just do something else.
To be fair, you also said the same. Pull my dick out if they do this.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't happen. How about me? Can I,
next week?
It's always next week.
Yeah.
What you gobblers in the
Catchphrase.
chat? Can I get some kudos for not killing your boy Goff today?
Nope.
Goff had a great game. You can't kill him. Yeah, the pick six sucked, but other than that,
Pick
he had a
six
great
difference
game.
of the game. Just saying. Take away any one play. That's the one. They win 2 years in a row now. No, he played a great game though.
It is 2 years in a row against the Seahawks.
Against the Seahawks, of course, too. Stick and Anson.
Yeah.
Just fucking coming here, bopping around.
Yeah.
With all the negativity.
They were
and
being-
as soon
they were
as they
being really
plop their
negative.
bony asses down, Stick goes, oh, yeah, the interception streak might change. Anson on his SOL shit.
Yeah.
As soon as they plop their bony asses down.
Tides turn. The tide of battle turned. They were
tables
being real
turned.
negative.
They always are. Anson especially.
Stick spilled like a full cup of gin. I was pissed.
He also picked up Lucas and carried him to the couch.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was hilarious.
He's got dad strength though. Well, he's about to have dad strength.
About that dad strength. That's for sure.
Shout out to Stick.
Shout out.
When does the dad strength come in? Is it as soon as you know you're going to be a dad? Is it when you become a dad?
When you
Year
become
two.
a dad.
Year 2, year 3. Yeah, when you come to dad, fuck it.
No, yeah.
I
think-
mean, I have a cat, so I mean, I have the dad strength as well. But
Shut the fuck
No,
up.
you don't. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to go there. Giants came back. That was impressive. Packers lost. Bears lost.
Bears looked
Fields
bad.
ass.
Bears looked really bad. Fields looked really bad.
I mean, obviously, like I wish Jared Goff had a little, like the interception play. If he, well, that's, you don't even need, like you said at the beginning of the show, you don't really necessarily need mobility sometimes. Like,
No.
Tom Brady wasn't necessarily. Well, he was mobile in the sense of like he'd move in the pocket.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying,
just
like,
go. Just
if
go
there's
sometimes.
a wide open lane, just
Go. Goff used to do it in LA too.
Yeah.
Remember when they sealed the deal in the NFC Championship game? He was on a go end around with Goff.
Yeah. You can, like, you don't need mobility. You don't need to be Lamar Jackson to take 5 yards if the defense is giving it to you.
Fuck it, step up and run. Micah Parsons, my MVP so far of the year, of the NFL. Micah Parsons keeps doing this. MVP.
He's a dog.
Pound for pound, the best football player in the league at any position. That dude's different.
I think it's Tyreek Hill.
It's Micah Parsons. Love Tyreek Hill. It's Micah Parsons. Sacks, fumbles yesterday. Obviously, you watched the Dallas game on national television. I'm sorry, the Giants game on national television. That guy's a monster.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature.
I love Penei Sewell. That's my guy. I got his phone number. Micah Parsons was the pick. Fucked up. But
I wanted
Penei's
Mike
nice.
Parsons, just saying.
Yeah, I don't want to hear none of those comparisons no more. I didn't. I thought I was in.
I wanted him when he was a fucking linebacker before I even knew he was going to be Defensive Player of the Year edge rusher.
Mm-hmm. Well, dude, at one point too, I remember I was like, I was on that whack shit. I was like, oh, character issues. No, not a thing for me anymore.
Imagine this team: Michael Parsons and Jalen Carter.
What?
I'm a machine.
What?
They
Dude, we
wouldn't
be in
have
position to
Hutch,
draft
though.
Jalen Carter if they had Michael Parsons.
But tell us about Glorious, Chris.
Yeah, Glorious Cannabis just in time for football. Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, it's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. Don't stop believing. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off using the code Woodward. Check us out online at gloriouscanna.com.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for power outdoor equipment, sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, Ellis Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground.
This is too good of a basketball topic, I feel like, to waste like the last 8 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
So I like that one. Somebody didn't save it.
It's football season anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
How are you feeling about the games tonight? 2 Monday Night Football games, which is
hate
stupid.
when they do
One
that.
of them starts at 7:10, and the other one starts at 8:10.
It's the stupidest shit.
Yeah.
The
Makes
dumbest
no
shit.
sense. Makes no
This
sense.
year, when they didn't do it week 1, I was like, yes, they didn't do that dumb shit. Week 2,
Back on
here's
that
some
boat.
dumb shit.
Yeah.
The dumbest shit. You're killing your own viewership.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But I got the Browns tonight, and I got the Saints.
Yeah, me too.
Wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers won though. It's a close game. But
It's going to be
Mr.
close,
Horn.
but I think the Saints defense is better, so.
I need Chris Olave to go stupid. I know that.
I need Bryce Young and Derek Carr to complete 25 passes each.
Yeah. I'm nervous for you on that one.
I mean, it's only $15, you know.
Yeah.
But it will win me $500.
I think the Browns. Oh, is this one in Pittsburgh? I thought it was in Cleveland. No, it's in Pittsburgh.
Still.
Oof. That changes things a little bit, I
No,
guess.
it doesn't to me at all.
Minus 2.5 it was, right?
Cleveland's way better than Pittsburgh.
I agree. Cleveland's better than Pittsburgh. But I think a lot of people think Pittsburgh's worse, but they played the 49ers.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, it wasn't an easy match, but the Rams looked pretty good against the 49ers. It looked a lot better in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but Sean McVay's like, he's him.
But you got Mike Tomlin.
I like Stefanski.
Sean McVay, he don't
Fucking
really-
Jim Schwartz has that defense buzzing, bro.
That part too. In the rain.
In the rain. It's raining?
No, but I'm saying like last week.
Last week,
When
yeah.
they were buzzing, it was kind of in the rain. I
Still.
mean, he's still one of the best defensive coordinators.
It was against the Eagles.
I go
who they
Dan
play?
Quinn, number 1, and then Jim Schwartz, number 2.
Yeah.
In the game right now. All time, we have to bring in Matt for that discussion.
Dan Quinn's number 1 for sure.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's number 1. He's also got Micah freaking Parsons. But I mean, he's
Yeah.
got Myles Garrett. So.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say either way. What the hell is about to look into? I meant to ask you about Commanders 2-0. But they beat the Broncos.
I mean, yeah. Russ is cooked, bro. Russ is trash. Sam Howell's looked pretty good. He's making nice throws. surprising how good he's looked, honestly. I didn't think he was going to be terrible, but I didn't think he was going to be this good.
Russ, 300 yards, 3 interceptions. Or, Jesus, I can't speak. 3 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Only 1 pick.
Yeah, well, one of them was a Hail Mary.
That Hail Mary was nice, though.
It was a nice Hail Mary, but that was 70 yards and a touchdown out of it.
Let me ask you
this. And then he sold on the 2-point conversion to tie the game. Completely sold.
Commanders 2-0. 35 points against a good Broncos defense. Who they beat last week, too? I think it was a good defense as well. No, they beat Arizona.
Yeah.
Which they actually surprised me, too. But Eric Bieniemy, now gone for the Chiefs.
Himtings.
Only 17 points for the Chiefs yesterday.
Yeah.
And obviously only 14 points against Detroit Lions, or 20 points against Detroit Lions.
Yep.
Was he really maybe he was him?
No, I mean, I don't think. He's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
Definitely helps for sure. But I just think
look at the contrast.
Chiefs don't have any weapons, man.
Travis Kelce was healthy. He got a touchdown yesterday.
Yeah, he was playing on a pitch count though, and they have no receivers who are any good at all. MVS is their best receiver.
I have always low-key liked Washington. They just never had a quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know that Sam Howell is the quarterback, but
I thought they were going to be good when Carson Wentz was there, but
I thought they would too. I really did. I've always kind of
Chase Young
liked Carson Wentz. Huh?
Chase Young looked good.
Did he?
Yeah.
Call him up.
They're not trading him now though.
Do you want interior D-line or you want Chase Young?
Interior D-line.
Yeah.
Unless you can't get somebody of Eddie K. Shout out Joey Morrison. Beat the case.
Oh, yeah, we got to get him on the show.
Joey beat the case. We got to get him on the show for sure.
Wow.
But
so he's innocent then?
No, it's not. It's
in the court of law.
There were 3 different people. It was.
Oh, so
he's already arrested. I'm pretty sure he's already in jail.
He dodged. Oh, he's already in jail when they
yeah, it was 3 more people. Because he was in the first wave of arrests, and it was because he was the criminal mastermind.
The ringleader.
It was him and his stepdad.
That's why they got caught. Idiots.
Yeah. No, they got caught because they were in fucking forums messaging hey, who wants to kidnap the governor?
Because they're idiots.
And yeah, I guess there was 25 people in the forum, and 16 of them were FBI agents.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
They framed our boy Spenny, said Eddie K.
My thing with kidnapping is it's got to be one of the dumbest crimes you can commit because it's such a short-term plan. What's the long-term play here?
Well, they were going to take her to, I forget what take her to Wisconsin so they could arrest her or something. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. Yeah.
Oh, so you know the whole thing?
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, he's in the loop.
Lay it out.
He was in the forum.
No, they were like I said, Darius sold them fucking tires.
What was your game plan?
Set up his little militia training area. They were good. Like I said, they were going to kidnap her.
We.
They were going to kidnap her and take her, I think, to either Ohio or Wisconsin where they can, put her on trial. Or
citizens arrest?
Yeah.
We can't do that in Michigan?
Not for what they were trying to get her arrested for or something. I don't know.
I met her in person. She's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Big Gretch is awesome.
Yeah.
But, free Joey. Dude, I want a citizens arrested cop so bad. Pull him over. Just pull up behind him, start slapping the top of my roof. Go, pull your ass over! Citizens arrest! I don't know if you could do that, but...
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
How does that work? Yeah, because you also can't... You can't hold anyone against their will.
Can't detain them or anything. Yeah. I don't know. That's why I carry zip ties on me at all times in case I gotta arrest somebody. But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you all tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I will not be here tomorrow. It's my birthday. I'm going to enjoy it. But he will.
Happy birthday,
Lucas will be filling in for me. We got Chris. We got JB. And Easy. I am Spencer. We are the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Venmo me for my birthday. That's Venmo Rex. Peace.
Venmo Rex.